top 15 football cards. These are my starting 15 right here. Happy hobby. I'm David Gonis. Once again, if you're a sports card collector and you're working on a limited budget, subscribe to this channel. That's what we're all about. Today, though, it's special. It's all about my top 15 cards in my collection. I wanted to share this. Someone actually requested this in some comments a while back, and I shared my top 15 baseball cards. And I got my displays. I got my whole office finally set up, and I put my baseball cards up. I didn't want to put my football cards and my basketball cards up yet until I shared my top 15 because I don't want to take them in and out of the display a bunch of times. So I got to hurry up and do this video. All right, so we're going to get into this. This is my top 15. Now, a lot of these I bought over the past few years, and some of them were a little expensive when I bought them. They've gone up in value, a lot of them. But don't be discouraged. The one thing we know is there's a lot of people with way better collections than I have, and my collection's not that great, but it's what I like, it's what I love, so I collect them. So that's the same with you. There's cards that you love, that you want to collect, and maybe they're not too expensive. That's okay. It's a card that brings you joy, and that's what's important. Collect what you love what you collect. All right, let's look at these cards. All right, we're talking about the top 15 football cards in my collection, the graded football cards. So one thing I did want to say is this is one of my favorites too. It's not a football card, but it's my Tiger Woods rookie card. I don't have a category to put this in, but it's one of my all-time favorite graded cards. So I shoehorned that into my football collection, if you will. All right, number one, Justin Jefferson rookie card. This is you can see it's a Donruss canvas. 9.5. I love the texture of that. It's just a beautiful card. You can see how it looks like, but I do love that. It's number 15 on the list. Next, remember this guy? He used to be pretty good that first year, and then okay. So hopefully he'll rebound, and that card will climb up my rankings. So these aren't really by value, to be honest with you. They're kind of by value and kind of by era-ish, kind of, sort of. Tua Tagovailoa. I love to see him do well with Tyreek Hill in Miami. I'm a Bucs fan, but I did live in South Florida for 12 years, so I became a Dolphins fan, and I was a Dolphins fan during the Marino years because, as I said, I was a Bucs fan. So in the 80s, we needed something to root for. All right, Joe Burrow, the pink Pulsar Prism. This is a PSA 9 I bought off of Jim McIntosh in Twitter. Off of Twitter in the On With Cards and Breaks. How about a little Russell Wilson rookie action? This is Topps flagship. Now there's two different versions of this. There's the stands visible, and then there's the stands where I think it's like blacked out. This is the stands visible, as you can tell. I'm not sure which one's the more coveted. I'm not sure about that. I just wanted to get in on the Russell Wilson rookie love. All right, Brett Favre. You notice his name's misspelled here. His name's also misspelled there. It's on purpose. Well, it's not on purpose. I mean, obviously they thought that's how you spelled it. Southern Miss is when it came out. Southern Miss, Top Stadium Club. This was a cool card back in the day, in those early years. One of my all-time favorite stories about Brett Favre with the Falcons, who drafted him, was when Jerry Glanville, the coach of the Falcons, who were successful before he got there and while he was there, but they didn't use him. They had Chris Miller, or actually Bobby Hebert or Chris Miller, one of those, maybe both of them. And Jerry Glanville, they're blowing somebody out, and Brett Favre said something about seeing if he was going to be able to get in. And Jerry Glanville turned to him and said something to the effect of, "Son, you'll need both teams to go down in an airplane crash in order for you to get on the field." Something like that. And then he turns into the all-time touchdown leader at some point. That was pretty cool. All right. Jerry Glanville, not the brightest guy. All right, speaking of all-time touchdown leaders, Dan Marino. This is a rookie card, but this is an interesting one. It's an 8 with a qualifier, the ST. It's got a stain on it. And let's see. Yeah, this back edge right here. It's got a stain there. I don't know if it's from gum, or I bought this slabbed. So, you know, somebody's coffee cup or whatever. But when I bought it, I did not understand really the qualifier thing. And I was just like, 8, that's awesome. I'll get that. But what that means is, if you're unfamiliar with the qualifiers, they have different qualifiers. Like sometimes it's MK for a mark or miscut. What's miscut? MT, MC. And then there's also, there's a few of them. I can't remember some of the other ones. But the general rule is to look at an 8 with a qualifier. Look at that as 2 grades lower than what it's graded at. To me, come on, PSA. Just grade it what it's supposed to be. If it's an 8 and that's the value of a 6, then just grade it a 6. I don't need the qualifier. With that said, at least it told me why it was not an 8. It would have been an 8 had it not been the stain. So, whatever. Something in my throat. All right. Eric Dickerson, same year. Eric Dickerson, 1984 card for his 1983 season, which was pretty awesome. This is a PSA 9, I'm very happy with. Now, you may have realized at this point in your collecting, but running backs and wide receivers are not that big of a deal in the collecting world. Not as much as quarterbacks. Quarterbacks are king, so it's good for you to keep that in mind when you get offered a running back or a wide receiver or something, to understand that the value of that card or that player is a little less than quarterbacks. So for breaks, for any of that, just remember that quarterbacks are king. All right. Hey, speaking of quarterbacks that are king, Joe Montana. Now, I did buy this one slabbed, and this is a 5, which is pretty off-centered. It's got a dinged-up corner down here. Other than that, it's a really nice-looking card. To me, a little surprised it's a 5, but I did buy it slabbed, and it's a nice-looking card. And I am very happy to own a Joe Montana rookie card. All right, we'll move on. Let's see, this is number 6 in my hands right here. Hey, Roger the Dodger, just a little bit better than Joe Montana. When I was a kid, Roger Staubach was my absolute all-time favorite quarterback. Of course, I was a dopey 6-year-old kid. And this is rookie, another 5. This was one of my most recent pickups. This one and the next one, my most recent pickups. I was super happy to get that rookie card. I'm looking forward to pairing that someday with a Terry Bradshaw rookie card, which is a little more expensive. And Roger Staubach, you remember, he was in the Navy, so he had to fulfill his commitment before he could join the Cowboys. But glad he did. It's pretty good. All right, speaking of pretty good quarterbacks, Bart Starr. This is my most recent acquisition, and look at that beauty. I love the color behind the player, and the fact that he's doing the exact pose of the icon there. I think that's pretty cool. But that is my number 5. Hey, best football card. I like that a lot. 1959 tops. Hey, 1959. This one's 1958. Johnny Unitas. Hey, sorry, John Unitas. Goes by John. Picked this up last year, and again, it's just a really nice card, and I was happy to get it. You can get. I mean, look at these guys. Like, would you rather have a card that's 70 years old that looks that beautiful, or a purple quasar disco speckle parallel of a guy that got drafted last year and you have no idea what he's going to do? Unfortunately, the rarity of the purple speckle disco might be a little more, might make the value of that one higher right now. And if he does any good, then it's just going to climb. But to me, I'm going to take these guys all day long, man. So think about that when you're buying your car. Oh, hey, speaking of, so we got Walter Peyton, another running back. Now there are certain running backs that supersede that running backs aren't as good as quarterbacks thing, including Walter Peyton, who's all-time rushing leader for a while. All right, so this one's a 4. Now they didn't give it a qualifier this time, but it's got a pen mark on the card itself, or else this would have been a little bit. Look at that; it's got the corners a little soft right there, but centered really nice. But anyways, that's why that has a 4. All right, we're down to the final two. The final 2 cards. Peyton Manning, my all-time favorite college quarterback, even though I was a Florida Gators fan. But he never beat us, so it worked out good. And this is a Bowman Chrome Gem Mint 10. There are none better than this. Actually, I guess if there's a pristine or something, that might be better. But this is the top of the line for PSA. Love that card. And then finally, of course, it's got to be Mr. Brady. This is his. Is this also Bowman Chrome? Upper Deck, that's right. Now, this is a 9. It's not a 10. This is the 10. Wish I would have gotten these. Both of these I bought. Most of the football cards I bought graded already. But this is a beauty. This is a... And I love it for a couple reasons. One, it's Tom Brady. It's pretty awesome. 2, I'm a Bucs fan. So the fact that I happened to get his rookie card that had the orange jersey on it, that's pretty cool. I'm really happy with that. So those are my... I do have some other cards I was going to share with you real quick, but those are my top 15 cards in my collection. Some other cards I want to show you. I got a LaDainian Tomlinson this week for like $20. It's got a cracked slab. That's why it's cheap. This is a 2001 Topps rookie card with the cracked slab. I don't mind the cracked slab so much. I can, at some point, if I want to, send it back in and get it re-slabbed. I may do that. That does not bother me. I can't feel it. It does not, like I examined, it doesn't look like it affected the card at all. So I'm happy with that, but I thought I'd share that with you. I am working on getting the all-time greatest fantasy players. Manning's one of them. Love to get a Patrick Mahomes card at some point. I'm getting a Randy Moss at some point, but LT, you can't beat him. And then this is one of my all-time favorite cards, period. Football, baseball, whatever. This is just one of the most beautiful cards. It's an 8.5. It's basically worth what I spent to grade it, but I pulled this when I was a teenager, and I always loved it. But so that's what we got. That's what we ended up with. I just wanted to share those last few with you to know some of my personal favorites as opposed to just the best. So let me know what some of your top 5 football cards are. Shoot them in the comments. Put them in the comments. I want to know your top 15. Let me know what your top 15 are, and let me know. And make sure you collect what you love what you collect, and have a happy hobby.